Lions taking on the Chiawana Riverhawks. Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call here. Both teams 6-0 coming into tonight. So one team is going to leave with their first loss of the season. These are two offensively gifted teams, but for how great they are on offense, they're just as great on defense.
Yeah, very comparable as far as their offenses and defenses. Is pretty much throw a blanket. And I think if you ask 50% of the people here, they're going to say it's Kennewick's game, and ask 50% of the people it's Chiawana's game. So it's a game that you look forward to. And as we said at the opening, if you're going to win the championship of the MCC, everybody felt back in, during the summer, that it had to go right through Chiawana.
So Chiawana will kick off, and Kennewick will receive the ball. So Chiawana will start with the ball in the second half. In the back for Kennewick is Rivion Brooks, the ever-elusive running back, and set to kick things off appears to be number 2, Morgan Dodson.
Well, Dodson has 31 points this year. I mean, this guy is absolutely automatic when he lays down that foot.
And the boot is off, and what a strong kick. And Brooks will take it from about the 2-yard line. Burst of speed brought down to about the 18-yard line. And that's how the Kennewick Lions will start.
Run back of about 17 yards, see where it's going to get marked. They'll switch the football, and Kennewick will take over in its own territory, but a pretty good return. They put it right, the nose of it, at the far hash marks on the 20-yard line, so an 18-yard return officially.
And Kennewick coming into this game on offense, as we mentioned, has just been superb, averaging 32 points per game, but Chiawana's defense, they're not giving up much. They're only giving up 3 yards per play on offense. Ball snapped and handed right off to the running back in a huge burst of speed down the left side. And that's not Rivion Brooks to get things going. That's Nikolai Tyatunik. Or apologies, Cooper Neer.
Yeah, Cooper Neer, your typical fullback type. Good size and able to take it off that left side. Picks up some good yardage as we get a second look. He dodges out of an initial hit of Somerville and able to dance his way and pick up about 6.
So Dom Driver, the quarterback. He's got his 2 running backs to his left and right. 2nd and 3, and it's a QB run himself. He'll take that up the middle, and that should be enough for a first down and more.
Well, Driver with the keeper, and yes, it is a first down. They'll move the sticks. And a first down it is. Forward progress stopped right at the 32-yard line of Kennewick.
Chiawana's run defense coming into tonight, just 56 rushing yards per game. That's second best. The first best is Kennewick at 44.5. Be Jacob Gay in the backfield. 4 receivers out. Shotgun snap, Driver throws up a prayer shot, and that's caught down the middle of the field. It's Brody Davis.
No relation to Evan. What a great pass. Just let him over the shoulder, no look, bang. And pulled down at the last second by Jairo Martinez, who just reaches out and able to trip him up.
Driver just threw it up, and Brody Davis there on the back shoulder snag. And what a huge play on first down, finds the Lions in Chiawana's territory. Ball snapped at the 35. Driver with the designated run. And will pick up a few yards on the 1st and 10.
And that's Dominic Driver on the keeper for the Lions.
Making the stop, number 55, Cole Holgren. So Holgren able to stop him and wrestle him down.
So a couple substitutions on the field for the Lions as they're trying to strike first in this battle of 2 undefeated squads, the 2 best teams in the MCC. We know Chiawana's story. They're always great, and the Lions over these past couple of years have gotten better and better each and every year. Rivion Brooks in the backfield, and that'll be a flag as Dom Driver drives his team of 5 free yards.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Well, obviously changed up the cadence of the count and gets the free 5. So 2nd and 4. Ball inside the 30-yard line at the 29 of Chiawana.
Great field position on this 2nd and manageable, and that's Brooks again in the backfield. 2 receivers out, left and right. Ball snapped to Brooks. Quick fake on the RPO and picked up by Jacob Ball. He's got a ton of open space. He'll pick up a first down.
Ball driven out of bounds by Andre Mayer. 5'10", 175, the senior. Able to chase him out of bounds. Swing pass, little out. Perfect collection, and Jacob Ball picks up another first down.
So that one a gain of 8 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line of the Riverhawks. Brady Matson out to the left side of the field. Ball snapped. Driver pump fakes, throws it up, and that one's picked off in the end zone. Chiawana with the turnover. That's Andre Mayer, who will take that back to the 38-yard line of the Riverhawks.
Well, obviously a mistake on a route, and Driver just throws it up for grabs. Let's look at it again. Steps back. He's got time in the pocket, and there's nothing there but white. And Mayer able to intercept and off to the races and runs it out of the end zone instead of taking the knee, and with that picks up an all about 42 on the return.
Yeah, sometimes that play can be risky, but he gained a couple extra yards on that play. They're going to mark it down at the 32. Looks like he stepped out a little bit earlier. So now Chiawana with a quick turnover, and they'll just get stuffed at the line of scrimmage on their first run play.
Well, Kennewick had everything going its way, and then the miscue with that. But obviously I think just a misdirection, miscommunication on the route, and it turns into the pick.
So Anthony Godino on the run. They'll give him 2 yards on that to bring up 2nd and 8. Emmett Osterduck, the quarterback. Ball snapped. He looks to his left side and throws that one to Morgan Dotson for a short gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, Dodson had lined up in the backfield, moved into the left slot, and then immediately picked up a couple of yards, turned and had the ball right in his gut, and hangs on to it. 3rd down and quite a bit. 3rd, and we'll call it a long 6 for a first down.
3rd and 6. Godino lined up to the right side of Osterdock. Ball snapped. Fake the run to Godino. That one thrown up, intended for Gage Williams, but the defense of the Kennewick Lions stands tall. That's Joshua Combs who broke up that play.
Yeah, Combs all over him. Good defense there. Had him blanketed, and Williams at 6'4", 232. Likes to use that size. He's up the ladder, but got popped. Couldn't come up with it. So that one led him just a bit too much. 4th and 6. And they will punt.
Yeah, apologies. That was Brady Matson with the pass breakup. So a quick 3 and out for the Chiawana Riverhawks. A nice response from the Lions defense to quickly get that ball back. Ball snap, the punt. It's a strong kick. And there to receive it is Jacob Ball. And he has a wide open space, taking it down the right side. A nice tackle from Tayton Sisney to eliminate any extra yardage, but what a great run from Jacob.
Not just a great run, it's a gutsy run, as he had white shirts 2 or 3 around him. Look at that, and able to bust through, and just a tremendous gutty run. Gets the ball up to his own 48-yard line. So that's one most will be waving the arm, take the fair catch. Ball says, I'm not having anything to do with that, and he runs it back and nearly broke it.
He trusts himself, trusts his legs, and for every great reason. So the Lions will start with the ball on their own 48, just a couple yards shy of heading into Riverhawks territory. Carter Bendewald in the backfield. with Dom Driver at quarterback. Ball snap. Hand that one off and quickly wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. A great defensive stop from Cole Huckgreen.
He was waiting for him, and he put the bear hug on. And that was it.
And that's Huckgreen's 8th TFL of the season. So loss of 3 on the opening play from the Lions. It's 2nd and 13 with the ball on their own 45.
So balls are with an assist as well.
Ball snap. Driver quickly looks to his left. Nearly intercepted on that read. And picking up that ball is Bradley Parker. Looks like he'll pick up enough for a first down, or just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, Parker just went to that first down stick. Quick cut. A little bit of an out pattern and nearly picked off. If that is picked off, he's gone. But with that miss, it turns into a first down.
So first down pickup on the 2nd and 13 play. Fullback lined up. That's Cooper Neer. Ball snapped. Hand that one off to Gay. And he'll pick up a few yards on the first down.
Yeah, Jacob Gay had to fight his way up to the 41-yard line and might have picked up a half a yard. That's it. About the size of the football. So 2nd and 10, no gain.
Yeah, they won't give him a gain on that play. So a nice defensive play from the Riverhawks.
Expedient first quarter. Oh, here we are with 5.5 left as that clock just keeps rolling.
Clock keeps rolling, and Driver trying to draw the Riverhawks offside. And another wrap up, just trying to get to the line of scrimmage, is Cooper Neer.
Well, a good read. Neer had nowhere to go. Ends up losing at least a yard, maybe 2. And a big third and 11 right now at the 42-yard line of Chiawana.
We haven't seen a lot of Rivion Brooks yet this game. A lot more of Cooper Neer. Neer 6'2", 205 pounds. Brooks is out on this play now to the left side of Driver. 4 receivers out as well. 3rd and 11 on the Lions' own 42. A quick snap. And that pass immediately broken up, intended for Alexander Pursley. And the Riverhawks now get a great defensive stop of their own. Wonder what Kennewick does on this play.
Yeah, Cole Gallagher, great coverage. Double slot to the right side, thinking they're going to throw that way, and instead went to the weak side, and it ends up incomplete.
So it looks like Kennewick is going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, a fake on that punt. Interesting play call, and a gorgeous punt, I might add.
And it's not uncommon for Kennewick to do that. And quickly, when your punter is your quarterback and Driver just steps back and he gets an end over end and a very friendly bounce, and that's that.
So we're tied at 0 with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. It's Kennewick and Chiawana on SWX.
ICCU is proud to sponsor SWX coverage of local high school sports in the stands, on the campus, and across our community. ICCU is cheering for student athletes, their families, and the fans who make game night special. ICCU, looking after your daily balance.
Craig West, Evan Davis with you for what has already been an incredible opening quarter between the two undefeated MCC teams, the Kennewick Lions and the Chiawana Riverhawks, and a great punt from the Lions has the Riverhawks backed up at their own 5-yard line here on 1st and 10. High snap, ball's handed off to Godino, and he'll run up the middle of the field, gain about a couple yards there on 1st down.
Both teams like to show you a lot of different formations, Evan, and right there you saw Dodson, who in the previous drive moves into a slot. He'd been at halfback, moves over in the slot. There he was the tight end on the near side. So they're a team that likes to show you different formations and get you guessing.
They also like to get you guessing with the quarterbacks. That's Gage Williams now under center. Some motion to the right side of him, and he'll take this one himself. And the Riverhawks, they might be in a little bit of trouble, wrapped up by a handful of Lions.
As soon as he had the snap, Williams pursued and eventually getting wrapped up by Peter Smith.
So it's now 3rd and 8. And two really, really great defensive plays from the Lions. A little bit more motion from the Riverhawks. Ball snapped. Fake it off to Godino. Williams will take it up himself. Won't get enough for a 1st down as the Lions defense has just been suffocating.
Well, I'm sure that Chiawana is more than happy if they have to punt, but they're not in the end zone anymore. They've got a little bit of space. They will kick out of the end zone, but at least they've got some space out to the 10-yard line and hope for a good snap right here.
4th and 4. That's Jacob Ball to receive the kick for the Lions. A high kick. And Ball will let this one go. And the Riverhawks will pick it up at about the 50-yard line. But defense has just been showing out for both sides. It's going to be hard to score some points.
Yeah, that is one thing that Chiawana has an excellent kicking game. Punting and place kicking. And excellent punt. Absolutely excellent punt. And it ends up netting about 52, maybe 53 yards.
Yeah, they're going to spot that ball right at midfield. So the Lions will have half the distance to get into the end zone. We'll see more of Cooper Neer in the backfield. A couple running backs out. That's Jacob Gay as well. Ball is handed off to Gay. Breaks a couple of tackles and muscles his way through.
Well, that's exactly what Gay will do. Went off that right side and just kept those wheels churning and grinds his way up. Picks up 8. So 2nd and a short 2 with the ball in Chiawana territory now at the 42-yard line.
And that's the run that you would want on 1st down. Pick up a huge chunk play. Makes it 2nd and very manageable for this high-powering Kennewick offense that is one of the best teams at running the football, just like the Riverhawks. Driver, ball snapped. Hand that one off to Brooks. Brooks with a burst of speed, trying to get past a couple of tackles, but nonetheless will pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, Brooks, a great job there. Does pick up the 1st down and just kept battling. Picked up a nice block, too, from Morgan Dodson. Opening up a little bit of space. And thus the 1st down. With a $1:48 left and clock starts to run again. Chains have moved. One thing that Chiawana has done here in this 1st quarter, Evan, is that they'll give you the flex yardage. And then once it gets inside that 20, they're very stingy.
Ball on the 36-yard line of the Riverhawks. Direct snap. Feed that one right off to Driver, and he'll take the design run for about 7 yards on that 1st down play.
Yeah, Dom with the quarterback keeper. We'll take it down to the 30-yard line to Chiawana. Coming up on under a minute to play, and again, a very expedient first quarter.
Already under a minute left to go in the opening quarter. We remind you that Chiawana kicked off first, so they will receive the ball at the second half. As Brooks lined up in the backfield right behind Driver. He's got Brody Davis to his left side. Brooks will take the snap himself, try to break through one tackle, but he'll get enough for a first down and more.
Looked like Gage Williams able to slow him up. Another first down.
So 1st and 10 at the 24. We saw a very similar story not too long ago that unfortunately culminated in an interception for Driver. We'll see if the Lions can come up with any points here as they're nearing the Riverhawks red zone territory. Two receivers to the right of Driver, and that's Brooks in the backfield. Snap it off, give it to Brooks on the right side. Gets through one tackle, but looks like he'll pick up about 5 yards on that play. And that'll conclude the first quarter.
Yeah, big collision there with Cooper Sisney, who was able to stop him, but got the worst of it on that collision.
So the first quarter comes to an end, and the score remains the same as how the game started. Double zeros here in Kennewick. You're watching this on SWX.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Prosser Orthopedic Center, home to fellowship-trained surgeons Dr. Higgs and Goodell. Trusted care for sports injuries, joint health, supporting athletes and families in our community. Prosser Memorial Health, this is how we care.
That's Craig West. I'm Evan Davis bringing you the call from Kennewick as the Kennewick Lions are 19 yards away from putting the first points up on the board against the Chiawana Riverhawks. Before the break, Rivion Brooks with a 5-yard run, so it's 2nd and 5 at Chiawana's 19-yard line. Brooks is in the backfield again here on 2nd down. Driver, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Hand that one off to Brooks, and he might pick up a yard or none on that.
Well, he was stopped immediately by Gavin Nafe. Nafe met him right at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to give no gain on that running play, so it's now 3rd and 5.
Well, this is where Chiawana gets stingy. They're inside that 20. Yeah, you can have everything, but once you get inside the 20, you get in that red zone, they get tight.
Yeah, this is a really, really great defense that does not give up many points. That's Brooks still in the backfield. Driver trying to mess with the cadence. Quick snap, quick throw, and in and out of the hands of Brady Matson on 3rd and 5. So the Riverhawks defense stands tall again in the red zone.
Coverage again, Sisney.
Ends up a 4th down and 5 for Kennewick.
And stays right with him.
So Anthony Mariano, the kicker. And Dom Driver, the placeholder. As the Kennewick Lions looking to put 3 points here on the board and get the scoring started. It's a 35-yard kick. Ball snapped. And that one is through the uprights. Lions strike first. It's 3-0.
Boy, that had plenty of juice on it. That was good for about 47. Great kick. 35-yard field goal. And Anthony puts it through.
So Chiawana's defense at least eliminates 7 points off the board, as the Lions will have to settle for 3. But nonetheless, the Lions have really done a great job on offense with this running attack. And they've thrown the kitchen sink out at the Riverhawks to just really mess up with that game plan. We've seen a helping of Rivion Brooks, but we've also seen a couple others.
A lot of credit has to go to Driver. The snap was on the ground. He had to take. That is not an easy job. Make sure the laces are going the right way. Turn it so they're not facing the kicker. If it's facing the kicker, it isn't going anywhere. You got to turn it, get the ball down. Great job by Dom. And an even better job staying calm with the kicker. You can't stop. You got to keep going and trust. There's a lot of trust that went there.
Certainly. And now it's the Riverhawks with a chance to respond here. We've seen a couple of 3-and-outs already that have been controlled by the Kennewick Lions and their defense. And this is a Chiawana offense that is one of the best in the MCC. They also run the ball extremely well, but the Kennewick Lions, they're as good of a team. They're the best team when it comes to stopping the run. This defense only gives up 44.5 rushing yards a game, and we've seen a couple design runs from Chiawana just not work out.
So Anthony Mariano coming after the field goal, coming out to boot this one.
That's a strong kick to about the 7-yard line. There to pick it up is Angel Colon, and he'll be wrapped up at about the 32-yard line. So Chiawana to now start back again on offense as we just opened up the second quarter of play, and the ball officially spotted at the 33-yard line. And for Chiawana, Anthony Godino has been a workhorse through these first 6 games of the season. Let's see how he and the rest of his Riverhawks respond. And immediately a flag on the play. And a false start goes against Chiawana, so not a great start to the opening drive here in the second quarter. Already backed up 5 yards. Now 1st and 15 on their own 28.
Well, that one coming from the referee himself. The white hat throwing it way up in the air, the flag. And they're not coming off the line of scrimmage.
So that's Emmett Osterdock lined up under center. In motion is Morgan Dotson. Ball snapped, hand that one off to Godino. He's got a little bit of open room before he's immediately wrapped up by Jax Wright.
Yeah, Wright with his tackle actually threw him a couple extra yards as he tossed him up to the 34-yard line. Had him stopped right around the 31, but the tackle tossed him forward.
So 6-yard gain on the play kind of brings Chiawana back to their regularly scheduled program. Now 2nd and 9. Godino with now moving over to the right side. Ball snap, quick throw off. That's Colon. He'll get a couple of yards.
Knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
So now 3rd and very manageable, 3rd and 3 from the 40-yard line, and see how Kennewick's defense prevails. Already a couple 3-and-outs executed against Chiawana.
Well, that's a big play right here, Evan.
And Gage Williams comes in for Emmett Osterdock. Williams, direct snap, will take it himself, run up the right side, and Kennewick read that immediately.
Yeah, excellent job. Brody Davis reads it and knocks him down to the backfield. Williams nowhere.
You see why Kennewick only allows 44 rushing yards per game. It's not always a solo tackle. They got 4 or 5 guys ready for you at all times, and this now forces Chiawana into another quick 3-and-out.
Yeah, I believe it was Brower that actually spun him around and then eventually finished off.
Ball's up. Jacob Ball there to potentially receive the kick, but Chiawana will just mark that one down at Kennewick's own 32-yard line.
Really a nice bounce for Kennewick there, the big break, and instead of getting the big bounce, and we know how well Dodson can punt as well as place kick, but that one took definitely a Kennewick Lion bounce and came back the other way, so a friendly bounce on this home field.
So now we see how Kennewick will look to respond after their defense has just put up a masterful performance already through this first quarter and change. It's Dom Driver, the quarterback. Rivion Brooks, the backfield. Driver throws one up, and wide open in the middle of the field is Brady Matson for a huge play on first down.
Yeah, triple coverage too, and throw right in the middle of it. Absolutely, Dom Driver, a perfect throw and an even better catch. And eventually was brought down on the play by Martinez. But triple coverage and drops that in like a seed perfectly.
Huge play on first down. Immediately has Kennewick into Chiawana territory. And the defense that we've seen incredible of Chiawana just not looking like their usual selves as Jacob Gay takes that one up the middle. And look at his offensive line taking him to another first down.
Yeah, a little help there. Yes, giving a little bit of aid was Leo Freeman leading the way. Trying to bring him down, coming in and having a tough time was Brady Knowlton, 6'2", 300 pounds, trying to yank him down.
So 2 chunk plays have now put Kennewick into Chiawana's territory. 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. That's Gay in the backfield. Ball snapped. Little fake off, and Gay will take this one up the middle for about 7 yards.
Yeah, good play action, and that's exactly what they like to do with Driver spurring that, the fake pass, but already had given the ball off. And another 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, so they'll spot the ball at the 28-yard line. And Chiawana, this is a defense that only gives up 175 yards per game, 119 on the pass, but Dom Driver and his receivers have really torn this one apart. Ball snapped, fake, and Driver will take it himself. Was grabbed by Morgan Dodson, but still gets his way to positive yardage.
Well, the tackle kind of aided him too and bounced him forward enough to get that first down. So he had the impetus and eventually carried right over that first down stick, and chains will move. And another Kennewick first down.
So already 3 first downs on this drive for the Lions, continuing to push into Chiawana territory. 3-0, 7.5 to go in the half. Ball snapped, hand that one off to Jacob Gay. Trying to break a couple of tackles, get the help from his linemen as well, but still a positive run on first down.
Luke Petty with the stop, 6'4", 215, senior.
See if Kennewick can finally put 6 up on the board. They've been into Chiawana's territory now a couple of times, deep into the territory, but still only 1 field goal to show for it. Had the interception in the first quarter as well, as Rivian Brooks now checks back into the game in the backfield. And Kennewick will continue to run the ball. A quick burst of speed from Brooks. There is a flag on the play. We'll monitor that, but a good run from Rivian Brooks.
Yeah, right there around the line of scrimmage once that ball was carried over that line. So see if this is going to go, and more than likely it's going to go against Kennewick.
And
During the run, holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
so a replay of second down, but the more important thing that we should focus on is 10 yards back now. So 2nd and 16 for this Kennewick Lions team. A little bit of a small victory for Chiawana.
On the home side, I think they're organized down
Well, they've been able to keep the ball on the ground. Let's see if Driver puts the ball up in the air.
He's got Travis Hanger in the backfield with him. So 3 receivers to the right side, and another flag.
That's going to be left tackle. It's going to go against Kennewick,
Dead
I do
ball.
believe.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Yeah, Ben Edwards on that left side, 6'7", 270. He raised up out of the 3-point stance, and that was an easy one to call.
And within a matter of moments, you take a look, just an obvious false start, but in a matter of moments, Kennewick has gone back 15 yards. They were on Chiawana's 18, now at the 33, 2nd and 21. You still have 3 receivers to the right side, and that's where Driver will look. Pass overthrown, trying to find Alexander Pursley. Incomplete, will bring up 3rd and very long.
Sean Raymond with the coverage.
And for Kennewick, just a couple of shots in the foot. They were potentially in field goal range just moments ago. We'll see what type of play call they run here. They trust their kicker immensely, so just got to get maybe 6 to 9 yards around there. Make this a more manageable kick.
Yeah, right now you're out of range for sure. But they need about 10, 15 yards to be realistic here.
Ball snap, Driver throwing it up to the right side, just over the head of Gavin Kelly.
That went out of bounds by about 8 yards.
So
4th and a bunch here.
Chiawana's defense stands tall. We'll see what happens. We know the quarterback is also the punter. This would be an interesting punt nonetheless, but by the looks of it, they just brought Cooper Neer into the game. They might be going for this on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. Now, always respect the quick kick here, and he's going to drop back.
He's going to drop back. A soft kick, and that'll land out of bounds, so it'll be a touchback. And Chiawana's defense stands strong yet again. 3-0 is your score. The Lions lead this one here on SWX.
Calling all fall fanatics, the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Enjoy the new caramel toffee cookie blizzard treat, pumpkin pie blizzard treat, or the new maple cookie shake. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy, taste good.
That's Craig West, Evan Davis here bringing you the call. And if you love defense, then this is the game for you. The Kennewick Lions and the Chiawana Riverhawks putting on a clinic on the defensive side of the ball. It has led us only 3 points through the first quarter and a half of this undefeated battle. Chiawana just forced Kennewick to punt. And a quick wrap-up. What a tackle that was from Bradley Parker. There is a flag on the play, but what a textbook open field tackle.
Yeah, Godino certainly was greeted rudely as soon as he caught that ball. But the flag was down as the play went. Yeah, that flag thrown right at the line of scrimmage. We'll get the white hat to tell us all about it.
During the play, ineligible receiver downfield on the offense, be a 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
So replay the down. 1st and 15 now. And I have just been informed that Shohei Ohtani has just hit his 3rd home run of the game for the Dodgers after striking out 10 batters in 6 innings.
He hit one out of the park, too, 470 plus. And literally over the pavilion roof and right, which puts him in with a handful of players, and 2 are in the Hall of Fame, Dick Allen and Willie Stargell.
And he just hit this 3rd one 430 feet. So, and the Mariners as well with an incredible game. Just 1 win away from the World Series. The Dodgers are just 6 outs away, so potential World Series right there as the ball snapped on 1st and 15, throwing that one up, trying to find Cologne, back shoulder, in and out. Oh, that would have been an incredible play on 1st and 15.
And how Cologne, 5'11", 165, streaking down that left sideline, an excellent throw. And Osterduck unloads that.
So bring up 2nd and 15. Man, that could have been an incredible play on 1st down.
Well, good throw. Osterduck let that one fly.
So Osterduck in the backfield. Cooper Sisney with him as well. Sisney with the block. Osterduck running to the right side, trying to just get this ball out.
Yeah, that was just a chuck out of bounds. He didn't see anything over there. Not a grounding, but definitely a purpose to that.
So now 3rd and 15.
Not one of those Russell Wilson tosses down the runway that gets you turfed as quarterback of the Giants. I remember looking at that and go, what was that? You got to make it look real.
So 3rd and 15, Osterduck has Sisney to his left. We'll throw that one to the right side. There to pick it up is Taton Sisney, just trying to get a couple of yards, but that seems like an impossible challenge against this Kennewick Lions defense.
Yeah, kind of going east-west there and just really getting no place fast. And an excellent tackle there to greet him was Brody Burrell. And Burrell able to pick him up. First one to hit him, though, really was Peter Smith, and then Burrell helped finish him off.
So another stop from the Lions defense with 4.5 to go here in the 1st half. Reminder, Chiawana gets the ball to start the 2nd half, so the Lions offense certainly wants some more points up on the board.
Timeout. Chiawana, this is their first charge team timeout.
You just heard Chiawana taking their first timeout of the half. You have to imagine they're punting the ball regardless, backed up to their own 16-yard line.
No, really in this game, Kennewick has played all but a perfect game. They had an interception in the first drive, but they have mixed their plays well. Defensively, they're tight, and they just aren't giving Chiawana a sniff. And they're well prepared for this game, which is not a surprise from Affolter. It's got them ready to go.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a Kennewick Lions team, and I know players come and go, but you've seen the progression over the last couple of years. They were 9-3 3 years ago, 10-2 last year, and already opening up the season 6-0, and in the lead right now against a Chiawana team that year after year the expectations are we're going to the state championship game, and Kennewick is making their offense just look disheveled. So a high snap. Chiawana will punt this ball away. Ball there to receive it. Takes a couple of bounces before being touched up about the 43-yard line of the Riverhawks. So a 31-yard punt.
Yeah, a little bit short, and this is great field position for Kennewick to take over. Still enough time, 4:14 left here in the half. But they take over in very great field position.
And this is a prime opportunity, if you're Dominic Driver, to drive this team down the field. A field goal at the very minimum, 7 points, is an absolute.
Yeah, I don't think he caught it exactly or wanted to get that ball off his foot. And to go up high and might have come down and had trouble.
First play, Brooks just racing down the field. There is a flag on the play. We'll see if this is coming back based on the reaction of the offensive line and receivers. It looks like this one is going to come back.
Yeah, you can tell right where they threw that flag. Good job by Sisney staying with it to bring him down.
During the play, personal foul face mask on the defense. That yardage will be added to the end of the run, half the distance to the goal. Ball will be displayed on the 12-yard line.
So with that face mask, that's a big one.
Wow.
Huge, huge call.
What a turn of events that was. What a beautiful run from Rivion Brooks. Look at the offensive line. I mean,
There's
that is
the grab.
Yeah, there's the face mask grab, but Brooks still stays with it. That doesn't faze him, and it's impossible to take him down. Cooper Sisney tried to, and Brooks still picked up an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, that was Gage Williams with the hand in the cookie jar reaching in there. And that was the 15-yard penalty.
Ball snapped, hand that one right back to Brooks. This time, not a lot of luck. Aguilar Diaz there to wrap him up on first down.
Well, the door open for Kennewick right now. Ball marked right at the 11-yard line for Chiawana.
So no gain on that play. As Brooks steps out, in comes Jacob Gay.
Well, as the game has gone on, Kennewick's offense has just gotten more and more effective.
Driver trying to get his team going. Chiawana arguing a false start. Direct snap to Driver. He'll take it himself, trying to find any open space. Maybe picks up a yard or two on that play, but you saw Chiawana immediately was looking for a false start.
Yeah, he was able to bull his way up to the 10-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, right at the 10 of Chiawana.
So he picks up 2 yards on the run, and what we've seen so much of this game is Chiawana's elite defense in the red zone. They really just have suffocated the Lions once they get past the 20.
So 3rd and 8 situation as they come out. One man slot left.
Driver hands that one off to Gay. Has open space up the middle before being brought down aggressively from Cole Gallagher. Wonder, looks like the Lions will elect for a field goal.
Well, if you're Chiawana, you're not unhappy about that. You get out of it cheap enough, but at the same time, never forget the holder is Dominic Driver. So anything can happen here.
Man, a fake field goal snap would be something. Would definitely be an interesting call, but No, you're right. The Riverhawks were kind of wrapped up into an unfortunate situation with the punt and then the 15-yard face mask, but found a way to get Kennewick into a field goal potentially. Looks like a timeout.
Kennewick. This is their first charge team timeout.
Yeah, not a bad timeout for Randy down there making that call as we look down into that huddle. I think he wanted to see what they were going to show. And that was more for show to go out there to see how they were going to line up, stack everything up, come back out here. You got the timeouts. Can't carry them over to the second half, so you might as well use them.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, the halftime snack break does not include a side of timeouts, so might as well use up the ones that you have. 1:48 left to go in the first half. The Lions up 3-0, looking to potentially make it 6-0 or 10-0. We'll see what play call is designed by their coaching staff, but Chiawana, they will have a good amount of time left here in the first half, plus the kickoff in the second half, and if they can force the Lions here to a field goal, they still can take the lead heading into halftime.
Well, the one thing we've learned over the years with Affolter is that be ready for anything.
Yeah.
The razzle-dazzle could come at any time. Get that flashbang, and they'll see what they pull out here, and they may just elect to go for it, and that's what they're going to do.
6 yards left to gain, 4th and 4, so they still could gain a first down on this play.
The last was all for show.
It's driver right under center. Fake it off, throw one up. Ball is incomplete on the play. So Chiawana's defense stands tall yet again. Kennewick tried to go for the extra points. Instead, they're left with nothing.
Kennewick turns it over on down. 1st and 10, Chiawana.
Team to triple coverage on that play. The Riverhawks read it perfectly, but they are backed up on their own 6-yard line. With 1:41 left to go in the first half, they still have 2 remaining timeouts as well.
Well, talking a bit about philosophy, high school, and the difference of why you'd go for it.
That's Gage Williams in the backfield, handing it off to Godino, and kind of a same old, very minuscule gain on that first down.
Let's talk about why you would go for it in that situation. High school, it's not uncommon. You're going to go for it. College football, you're going to take the 3. NFL, George Allen football, take the points that they give you.
Now, unless you're Dan Campbell.
We're putting it down. Yeah, Dan Campbell, we don't know. All bets are off. Former Ram offensive coordinator. But, that's kind of the thinking. You take what they'll give you.
Tate Sissy in motion. Godino receives the handoff. And again, just wrapped up by the suffocating defense of the Kennewick Lions. There to wrap him up was Cooper Neer. All 6'2", 205 of him.
Yeah, and in fairness, you have to remember the youth of the players. A lot of things can happen.
Kennewick. This is their second charge team timeout.
So Kennewick elects to take a timeout on 3rd and 9, or 3rd and 7 from their 9.
Yeah, with the youth of the players, a lot of things can happen. Emotions can go, and again, pros and even college players, they're pros now. They're making more guys than some of the guys in the NFL. Yeah, I'll just stay in college. I'll make more in an NIL. Forget about being a rookie in the NFL. I'm not going to make anything. I'll stay another year.
Yeah, forget the rookie hazing.
You make more money. What was the quarterback at SC said, well, I'll make $7 million staying here, so why would I go play in the NFL? Good point.
Exactly.
So you stayed at Junior Brain Surgeon Tech and went there.
So Kennewick has already forced Chiawana into a couple of 3-and-outs. They're looking to add one more to their tally. After the timeout, it will be 3rd and 7, as we mentioned.
I would have thought as a former Bruin, as a guy that grew up in Bruinville, that you would have caught onto that Junior Brain Surgeon Tech. You would have known exactly who that is.
Yeah.
USC Junior Brain Surgeons. That came back in the days, back in the late 70s. Yeah, they had like a 13% graduation rate. They don't come here to go to school. They come here to play football.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's Gage Williams under center. A couple motions to the right side of him now. Williams will take this one himself on that right side. Gorgeous blocking. Looks like he might have enough for a first down or right at the marker. We'll see where they spot the ball. And they're going to give him that first down. Pick up of 8 yards on 3rd and 7.
That was John Robinson, by the way, that had that infamous quote. I think it was about 78 that he pulled that one off. It was funny, but I don't think he meant it the way it came out.
Probably not.
Makes more sense today than it did then.
More motion by the offense as Godino lined up to the left of Williams. And Williams will take this one himself. Pick up about 4 or 5 yards on that play. There's just 13 seconds left to go. Chiawana still has 2 timeouts, not electing to use them. It looks like they'll run into the half.
Yeah, deep enough in their own end, just let it go. And really, they're fortunate it's a 3-0 game right now, because that was a really good first half for Kennewick. And at the same time, Chiawana can head to the locker room, be happy it's just a 3-point game.
Yeah, the Lions lead this one 3-0 over the Riverhawks. Craig West, Evan Davis with you on SWX.
We'd like to thank proud sponsors of high school football and mainly Perfection Glass, celebrating 50 years strong, 50 years local. Perfection Glass brings you the best in Milgard windows and doors. With 5 decades of craftsmanship and a passion for supporting Tri-Cities youth, Perfection Glass is here for you.
Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call from Kennewick as the Lions are up 3-0. But as you alluded to before the break, Chiawana defense has really helped the offense, because Kennewick could easily be up by a couple of scores right now. They've really struggled in the red zone, and for whatever reason, just right when you get into the red zone territory of Chiawana, their defense starts to click. That started off the game, though, with a beautiful pass from left-arm driver to find Brody Davis down the middle. And then here's the interception from Andre Mayer. That one in the end zone, and then he took it back for about 25 yards. That eliminated one red zone opportunity for the Lions, but Kennewick continuing to press down the field. That was a beautiful throw over the middle to Brady Matson. And then the running attack, Kennewick has thrown everything and more. Jacob Gay with that run. We've seen Rivion Brooks right here take one up the middle. A face mask, who cares? I'm still going to bulldoze my way down the field. Pardon me. And then fake the snap, throw that up, and Chiawana's defense, a common theme throughout this entire season, has left Kennewick with just 3 points.
Yeah, really it came down to a 35-yard field goal and a good one that might have been good for 47. 50 seconds into the second by Mariano, and that is it.
And we expected that coming into this game. These are two elite defenses that they're only giving up about 7 points a game through their first 6 games, and you're seeing even right here how elite they are going up against the best of the best.
Well, there's no question about that. And I don't think it's what anybody wouldn't have expected. When you put two of the best defenses together, you're not going to see a shoot-'em-out game. And if you were looking for a high score in this game, you'd have to look somewhere else. That's these two offenses. That wasn't going to happen. Now, we'll have to see what's going to happen in the second half, but nevertheless, we will find out.
Yeah, we should find out, and when we do find out, we'll be back for the second half.
Yeah, Country Mercantile is your one-stop shop for local gourmet foods and unique gifts, from handcrafted chocolates to locally sourced jams, marinated and dips and mixes. Don't forget fresh baked artisanal breads and rolls. That's Country Mercantile, fresh local flavor.
When we come back, about 10 minutes left to go here in halftime. It's Craig West, Evan Davis on the call with you from Kennewick.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Hapo Community Credit Union, proudly supporting the youth in our community.
Welcome back, Craig West, Evan Davis with you. And how about we take a look at our upcoming schedule on SWX. If you want to see this matchup again, that'll be on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. You can also catch it up on our YouTube, SWX Local Sports. And then how about some college football? Idaho versus Eastern Washington, Saturday at 4 p.m. And then college basketball, it's back. Northwest versus Gonzaga on October 19th at 2 p.m. And then high school volleyball, Kennewick against Southridge, that coming up Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then next Friday, I will be there. Davis versus Eisenhower, October 24th at 7 p.m. Well, this has just been an incredible defensive battle. As we continue to mention, Kennewick has shown signs of life on offense. It just hasn't led to much. And Chiawana, they just look suffocated on offense.
Well, think of what people are doing looking around the Northwest and look at this game and they look at scores. As they will tweet them out or X them out now, I guess. And, you know, when you look at a score 3-0, that's not very high school football. And this is going to tell you exactly how good both of these defenses are. And both have, you know, flexed. You get inside that 20-yard line, there's nothing there.
No, and to your point, I can't remember how many times I look at a high school football box score and it's 64-10 or just some crazy numbers, 34-32. I mean, I don't see a path to either team scoring 20 points in this game.
Yeah, I think one of the things, you know, when you get an overtime game, and I'll use hockey for an example, you go to a shootout, the goals don't count. It's a team goal. I think the same thing in high school and in college football. When you're in overtime and you're doing the Kansas tiebreaker, those should not be touchdowns. And they're phony yards. They're phony passing touchdowns. The one that wins the game should count. Whether it's a field goal or that touchdown, okay. But that's a team point. And, you know, you look at stats and some of these teams, you know, they might throw 7 in an overtime, 5 or 6 touchdowns. And then you get these ridiculous stats. Look at this guy. He threw for 50 touchdowns this year. Well, how many were in overtime? Those aren't real stats. Not stats at all. They shouldn't count.
No, absolutely not. About 9.5 minutes left to go here in the half. Very exciting second half. We'll remind you that Chiawana does get the ball back to start the second half. They elected to kick first. So curious to see, you know, what they come out with to begin.
Well, last time we were here a couple of weeks ago, Kevin and I, it was just a voracious wind. And tonight, flags are rippling a little bit. Nothing terrible. I think temperature-wise, we're still right around 60 degrees, so it's not too bad. So it's not bad at all. I mean, we're doing exactly, let's see, let's check it, 56 degrees. And I'm working in shirt sleeves, and of course, you haven't adjusted yet. You've got a coat on.
Look, I came back from Toronto. I'm still learning again.
Yeah, you'd have a polar bear outfit on there. I could just see you in Toronto.
Just a massive parka. A massive
I could imagine you in Edmonton. Oh, my Lord.
Well, when we return, the Lions will be kicking off. So the Riverhawks may have a little bit more of our break. Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call here on SWX.
This SWX broadcast brought to you by West Coast Screen Printing and Embroidery. Bring your company brand to that next level with t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, signs, banners, and more. That's West Coast Screen Printing and Embroidery, specializing in seasonal team apparel.
Welcome back to this SWX broadcast between the Kennewick Lions and the Chiawana Riverhawks. Craig West, Evan Davis with you, and just want to talk about Kennewick's offense a little bit more. We've seen the way that they've run the ball, and it hasn't just been one guy with our player to watch, Rivion Brooks. It's been a healthy helping from a couple of guys.
Well, I want to get right to Chiawana. They're going to have to really, and they have not tonight, really established their offense. So this is something that Scott Bond is going to have to talk about, challenge the players. And maybe this is a good night that this is homecoming night, because the Kings and Queens are coming out onto the field right now. A little extra time to gather up. It's going to be an elongated half and all by 25 minutes with the homecoming night. Maybe this works in Chiawana's favor. Gather everybody up, challenge them, point out some of the things that they want to change, what they did well, and they did a lot of good things well, but they weren't able to move the football. They did at times, but they have to find some consistency with the offense. As far as Kennewick is concerned, defense was great. As far as Chiawana is concerned, defense was great. And they were able to flex, didn't give up an awful lot. But both teams, somebody's going to have to get that extra. And if somebody gets a 10-point lead, that could be a scary lead in this game.
Absolutely, and you talk about it with Chiawana. I mean, this is a Kennewick defense that just doesn't give up anything on the run, and we've seen a lot of, QB options with Gage Williams. We wonder, do they continue with that? Because they had a little bit of success, but more times than not, it was either a very short gain or he was wrapped up for negative yards.
But let us not discount the fact that this could very well be a 3-0, 6-0 game, 6-3 game. And it's not raining. It's not windy. The weather is perfect for football. It's early fall, and we're 56 degrees. It's one of those you would expect. Maybe it's raining. Hey, having trouble handling the football? Not the case.
No, this is just two defenses putting on a show right now, and it's been great. I'm someone who can appreciate, and you as a goalie, I'm sure, can appreciate a low-scoring game where the defenses are really showing out. Obviously, offense brings the crowd to its feet, but if you're a true football fan, I feel like you would enjoy a game like this.
I think you'll get a kick out of this, and I think your dad would too. I had a conversation with Ole Kolzig one time, and I said, you know what, Ole, nobody comes to see you get a shutout. Maybe your fans do, but people want to see goals. And football is the same thing. Baseball, they want to see home runs and see Ohtani hit one in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And McCourt probably charged him $100 to park the ball out in the parking lot today. Former owner owns the parking lot. Hey, here's $100. You want your ball back, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, people come to see runs. They come to see touchdowns and see all that.
Right now, they're coming to see a whole lot of defensive specialties, and when we come back, should be at the start of the second half. Craig West, Evan Davis, obviously with you throughout this entire game, bringing you the call.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we're just about very close to having the King and Queen. They're out there ready to do the crowning. Of course, with the new scoreboard here, with the contribution from ICCU that came in. Hey, they're able to see everything, get the names up. Fabulous job here on Lamson Field.
Yeah, it's should be a great one nonetheless. It's been a great one so far. And when we return, Chiawana will receive that second half kickoff.
By the way, we bring you this SWX broadcast thanks to Gutter Girl for unparalleled water management solutions. From gutter installations, repairs, and cleaning to free inspections and fascia replacement, call Gutter Girl today.
It's Craig West, Evan Davis with you. When we come back, the second half will be underway.
Luke's Carpet and Design Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. With warehouse pricing and experienced designers, brand name flooring includes laminates, luxury vinyls, quartz, granites, tile, and hardwoods in stock. Find Luke's Carpet and Design Center off Gage Boulevard across from Costco.
Craig West, Evan Davis here bringing you the call as the teams are getting ready for this second half. It was a slugfest to say the least on defense in that first half. Just 3 points between the two teams. A couple of 3-and-outs from Chiawana. Kennewick getting stuffed in the red zone. Tried going for it on 4th and 4 from Chiawana's 6-yard line. Came up short, so they didn't take the 3 points. Tried to go for the 7. Didn't work out. So still a one-possession game between the two.
And all we've had is the field goal, 35 yards worth, 50 seconds into the second quarter by Anthony Mariano. And it was good by about 15 yards. Had a lot of leg into that ball.
For Chiawana, as you were talking about, just trying to figure out their offensive identity in this game. You know, the first half wasn't what we usually see from the Riverhawks, and that's no discredit to Kennewick. They've just done a great job, but also just some interesting play design from the Riverhawks. A lot of QB runs, even though Kennewick's run defense is super elite, and we've seen that already, but not a lot of throwing of the football, which was expected. Chiawana coming into this game averaging over 200 rushing yards per game.
I think it'd be pretty much not getting a sniff would be the term. And again, with a elongated half, I'm sure Scott Bond put it to good use. Get everybody to wrap their head around it and get back in, and we'll see how the second half goes.
And he's too good of a coach to not make adjustments and understand what's working, what's not working. And to your point, that long extra halftime could be of great use, just trying to map out the X's and O's, figuring everything out. We saw a couple of motion plays towards the end of that first half try to get Kennewick on their toes just a little bit, but to no avail.
Well, on the other side, you got a Hall of Fame guy, too, who put it to use. And, you know, you can't get too high in a game like this. I mean, it's a one-mistake game. And you make one, you can lose the game. So you've got to – you're never going to be perfect, but in this kind of game, you want to stay away from the mistakes. You want to stay away from the penalties that can get you in trouble.
Yeah, you can't get too high and you can't get too low in this game, to your point, because – you know, you're riding the high, you might make a mistake play, and if you're riding the low, you might have accidentally missed a mistake that the opposition made. So two teams that have been locked in throughout this entire season. This is where the game really matters, the second half of football, and it's underway here as Chiawana will receive the second half kickoff, and in the back for Chiawana is Angel Colon. To kick it off for Kennewick is Daniel Torres, and a strong boot. Drop down at about the 12-yard line. Cologne will pick that one up. Try to break one tackle, cut to his left side, and I mean, there is just no open grass.
Well, for Cologne, that is not an easy ball to pick up. That ball is a live ball, and you're waiting for it to finally just die there, and then it's, oh, everybody's coming up. You got to grab that. Did a great job. Never went down. They could not bring him down. So full credit him. But that is not an easy pickup off the turf.
So we'll set up the opening play on Chiawana's 13-yard line. That's Emmett Osterdock lined up at quarterback. To the left of him is Anthony Godino. Ball snapped. Osterdock looks to his left side. Will throw that one down the field, and a gorgeous catch on first down. That's Sean Raman. Oh, it's in and out. Dropped right at that last second. Oh, he had it all the way to the end.
Let's get a second chance to look at this and see. Looked like he had it right on the fingertips right here, and boom.
Oh,
there it comes out.
My mistake. Man, I was excited for that. That was a great throw down the sideline, just unable to corral it.
Great first play to open up the second half with that opening drive. Excellent pass.
Gets Kennewick on their toes a little bit. RPO. Send that one right back to Raman, and that one just goes through his hands. Incomplete. Will set up 3rd and 10.
Well, 2 good play calls to start out. Obviously, they had the discussion, what do you want to go with? And they felt the sideline pattern was going to work. Nearly did. And right there, quick slant to the middle. Had an opportunity to work as well, but not to be.
So 3rd and long now for Chiawana. To your point, a couple of great play calls here. 3 receivers lined up to the right side. Thought about throwing, and now Osterdock will take it himself, will drop down, won't get a first down, but curious to see how Chiawana handles this now on 4th and short.
Well, they're going to have to punt, no doubt about this, as Osterdock takes off and runs. Thought he saw an opening. He did have it, but only able to make it to the 21-yard line. He's well short of that first down, so it's a punting situation. Punter is Dodson, so Morgan out there to boot.
And Morgan Dodson out there to boot. To receive is Jacob Ball, who's already had one incredible return. Ball snap. Dodson will boot that one high. Will drop down at about the 47-yard line and will continue to roll all the way to about the 32 of Kennewick.
That's a great kick.
What a great boot from Morgan Dodson.
Well, that one nets about, what, 56?
Roughly. And now it sets up Kennewick in their own territory on the 32-yard line. Now if you're the Lions, you got to reward your defense eventually.
Well, his first punt, he was able to get a great bounce on. The last 2 before that were short. And this one, perfect.
Wasn't able to get that roll on his 2nd and 3rd punts. So Kennewick, how will they respond on offense? Dominic Driver, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs, one to his left, one to his right, and he'll elect to take this one up the middle himself. Pick up about a couple yards here on 1st down.
He's lucky enough just to get perhaps that yard. So 2nd and 9, as he does get the yard up to the 33-yard line at Kennewick. But right now, if you're Kennewick, I know it's a 3-0 game, but you're happy to keep that clock running. And take your time before you run up there and get to that line of scrimmage, as they'll come out with about 20 on the clock.
And 2nd and 9. Let's give a yard gain on the 1st down play. It's Jacob Gay to the left, and the handoff. And Driver had a great lane, but wrapped up immediately there by Cooper Sisney.
Yeah, Sisney just ripped his feet out, and I'll tell you what, I think he thought he had him beat. So Driver cuts left. Hey, I've got this one. No, you don't. And down he goes.
And this is what we talk about, the defense. That is as impressive of an open field tackle as you can have.
Big 3rd down play, 3rd and 6 from its own 41-yard line for Kennewick.
And it's going to be Brooks in the backfield, lined up right behind Driver. See a receiver in the slot as well. How does Kennewick respond? Throw right over the middle of the field. Caught! What a play from Brady Matson on 3rd and 6.
Well, Martinez was trying to go for the intercept right there. So he went for the dive, gambled, and watched this pass right on top of the turf. And right there, went in low, and a perfect pass and an even better catch.
Dominic Driver has connected with Brady Matson for 2 plays already, right down the middle of the field for chunk plays as well. That one a huge play on 3rd and medium. We'll set up a 1st down in Chiawana territory. Ball snapped, handed off to Brooks. He'll try to run down the left side. He's got open space, breaks 1 tackle, and hops over the tackle as well of Sean Raman.
Yeah, Raman able to take the feed out, but another 1st down. So right now, picking up yardage in abundance is Kennewick. Excellent drive going right now.
Yeah, Kennewick was at their own call it 36-yard line, and within 2 plays have already made it into Chiawana's 35. Rivian Brooks again lining up in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Handed off to Brooks up the middle, pick up about 3-4 yards on that one. We'll give him 2 yards actually on the spot.
Again, it keeps that precious time just chugging away.
Brady Matson back on the field, number 6 on your screen. 2 incredible catches for him in this game. Has come up large when the Lions have called his number. Lined up on the right side. Ball snapped. Hand that one up, and immediately wrapped up is Jacob Gay. Great defense from Chiawana now. It's 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was Morgan Dodson with the tackle. So Dodson, big man at 6'2", 220, just waiting for him, and plops him down at the 35-yard line of Chiawana. 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10, so take back the 2 yards that Brooks had gained on 1st down, and Kennewick has had they've done their job of getting into Chiawana territory. They just haven't been able to get this ball into the end zone. That's Gay lined up behind Driver. Ball snap, Driver just lost control of the ball, was wrapped up there from Morgan Dodson.
Hard rush. Dodson just popped him, and as soon as Driver let go of the ball, it was going right straight down into the turf. That was a lawn dart.
That was, and take a look at your screen right now. Just a great piece of tackling from Chiawana, and it looks like Kennewick will elect to punt. So they do shave a couple minutes off the clock.
And it's Cooper Neer that's going to punt, by the way. So whereas we have seen the quick kick a couple of times from Driver, it's going to be Neer.
See if Kennewick can get this deep into Chiawana territory. Whistle.
Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Feels like a delay of game that was on purpose. Makes the punt a little bit easier to try to get it deep into Chiawana territory.
Yeah, I think they were willing if they could miss the count. But I think you're exactly right, and they've got a little bit more room, and see if they can get a coffin corner kick.
So we mentioned that's Cooper Neer, the punter. Ball snap, punt, it's blocked! That one's blocked by Gage Williams, picked up by Morgan Dodson. And what a turn of events for Chiawana.
What a rush by Gage Williams. Came in fact, he wasn't diving, he was on his feet. I'd have taken a step too far for that punt. Was Near. Took about 3 steps to step up. Watch, 1, 2, and on the 3rd, boom. Just ran out of time and space, and that was it. And it was scooped up by Dodson, and there he goes. And
just wow.
You knew it would be the defense eventually that would make that big play.
Gage Williams, the quarterback, has just done it all. So he'll step out. Emmett Osterdock lined up in the shotgun, I should say. Dodson motioning over to his left. Quick slant pass. That one just in and out of the hands of Angel Colon.
Yeah, Osterdock, the sophomore, quick slant. Hit him in the hands, but couldn't hang on to it. So let him maybe a bit too much. Once again, trying to connect with Cologne.
And that's 3 straight passes that have led to drops for the Riverhawks. 2nd and 10 now. And then went off to Godino. He'll cut to the left side of the field, try to find open space. Muscling his way for about an 8-yard gain on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Godino would not go down. Great job. Kept those wheels going and picks up 9. Forward progress. Stopped. Well, call it 8. Thought he got a little bit more there, but 3rd and
they'll give him 7.
A short 3.
Yeah, they'll give him 3rd and 3 on that play. Dodson lined up to the left of Osterdock. Will hand the, apologize, that's Cooper Sisney handing that one up the middle of the field, and that'll be a first down as the Riverhawks inching closer and closer to the end zone, now at Kennewick's 29-yard line.
Well, it's something in defense, given that big burst. See if it can help with the offense and see what the Riverhawks can continue to do here. They've got the ball at the 30-yard line of Kennewick.
So it looks like Sisney's now lined up to the right side. He'll take this ball again up the middle, breaks through a couple of tackles before falling down for a gain of 5 yards on that play. We'll see where they mark this.
They've got a really nice drive going right here, and only one ball in the air that fell incomplete. And the rest have been just dirty work, dirty jobs on the ground. So Mike Rowe would be proud.
Yes, he would. They'll give him 6 yards on that gain for Cooper Sisney. Tatum Sisney in motion. Hand this one up the middle. That one, Anthony Godino picking up a first down and more.
Boy, he got hit right at the 25-yard line and just connected shoulder to shoulder, and then used that impetus, just bounced off the hit and pulls his way up to the inside the 20, down at the 18-yard line. And here come the flags.
And it looks like this will go on Chiawana based on
dead ball, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So now 1st and 15 from the 19-yard line for Chiawana.
Well, let's see how they handle the self-inflicted wound on that. Not something you like to do. You've got everything going your way. But the way they've been picking up yardage, they may just brush it off.
See how the Riverhawks respond. Sisney in motion. Hand that one off to Godino. And he's immediately wrapped up a minuscule gain on 1st and long. Give him 1 yard gained on the play. Bring up 2nd and 14.
Yeah, I hardly think that was a yard. It was more like a foot. Did a great job tying him up, and maybe picked up about a foot.
That's Cooper Sisney lined up to the right side of Osterdock. In motion is Cole Gallagher. Ball snapped. Fake the handoff. Throw that down the right side of the field to Cologne, just over the right arm.
Cologne was open, and Osterdock just overshot him by a couple of yards.
It's a couple of plays already that Osterdock just overthrows his receiver by a couple of yards. That would have been 6 points in a lead for the Riverhawks, but it is now a stop for the Lions. 3rd and 14.
Yeah, I believe his one-on-one with Hanger it was, and had him beat.
Ball snapped. Hand that one off to Godino. He'll gain a couple of yards on this 3rd and long. And he's continuing to run. Picked up maybe a couple more yards on that play.
Well, this is where Bill Pito would call it a developing situation right here. Do you go for a field goal here? And you've got a guy that can bang it through. 31 points in the season. Do you think about it? 4th and 7 here?
It looks like they will elect for the field goal. So that run play from Godino results in 7 yards.
Yeah, Dodson can connect from here with no problem. So huge play, and there to hold is Tatum Sisney.
Chiawana trying to tie this game up. Ball snap, kick is through, and that would have been good from about 40 yards. It was drilled through the uprights, and Chiawana ties this game with 3:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call on SWX.
This SWX production is sponsored by Yakima Federal Savings and Loan. For 120 years, Yakima Federal has kept your money safe and sound by helping neighbors buy homes and build strong communities. Bank better today at Yakima Federal, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back, Craig West, Evan Davis, bringing you the call from Lamson Stadium. The Riverhawks responding with a field goal, so the score is tied 3-3 with 3:18 left to go in the third quarter. That's Dodson to kick it off for the Riverhawks. In the backfield for the Lions is Rivion Brooks, the running back. Kennewick has done a great job of getting into Chiawana territory. Putting up points has been a different story. There's a beautiful kick from Dodson. That one retrieved by Sia. Looks like the ball's out. Ball is out. Fumble on the field. We'll see who has it.
Now Dodson is pointing, but I think Kennewick was able to hold on to it, and they did.
And they did hold on to that football.
And we've got a man down over on the far side.
Take a look at the replay on your screen right now, and I apologize. That was Cooper Neer who received the kick.
We have an official's timeout.
So Cooper Neer received the kick. The ball came loose. The Lions able to recover, and down on the field in pain is Jacob Ball, who's gingerly walking off the field.
That was a really good hit to knock that ball loose, too. Jaden Half able to pop it out, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. Able to force that fumble. Might have gotten it with the shoulder when he came flying in.
Yeah, it was a nasty play, and wow, what a momentum shifter that would have been had Chiawana been able to recover that football. But the Lions recover it, ball on their own 15-yard line, so a great kick from Dodson to make this a difficult drive for the Lions to score some points. Low snap, ball handed off to Brooks, and he might pick up a yard or no gain on this opening play.
Yeah, he's just knocked down at the 20-yard line.
Give him a 1-yard gain to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Dodson able to stack him up.
So Brooks heads to the sideline now. Jacob Gay back on the field, lined up right behind Dominic Driver. Two receivers out wide. See how Kennewick responds after Chiawana just put up their first three. Ball snap handed up to Gay. Gets a couple of yards on the play before getting stopped for a minuscule gain on 2nd and 9.
Well, 3rd down. And a long 6.
And take a moment right now. Another injury here for the Lions after the play. And that's Brody Burrell on the field, being attended to by the Kennewick training staff. 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. The score tied at 3 apiece. The Lions trying to come back from 3rd and 6 right now.
Krigler Insurance Agency are proud to be a part of high school football this year on SWX. Decades of experience, personalized service, located in the Uptown Shopping Center in Richland. For home, auto, RVs, boats, and ATVs, isn't it time you were with CIA? Krigler Insurance Agency. Give them a call at 509-946-4620.
And Brody Burrell being helped off to the sideline by members of the Lions training staff. We'll check on him throughout the game just to see how he's doing. Just looks a little shaken up, probably. Looks like he got maybe a leg fell on him. So 3rd and 6 now for the Lions. Ball snap. Driver has to get this ball quickly out. Breaks through one tackle, scrambling. Connects on a pass to Brody Davis. Looks like he picked up enough for a first down excellent piece of footwork by the quarterback, Dominic Driver.
Yeah, Driver got about to the line of scrimmage. He had a thought about maybe running here, but he had the presence of mind, knew where he was, looks downfield, and he's got his man. Good enough for a first down. Excellent job. Big catch there by Davis. Knew exactly where he was and went to the right spot.
So 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs for the Lions going up against a Chiawana defense that coming into tonight had only allowed 9 first downs a game. And a quick run right up the middle of the seam. That's Jacob Gay. My God, how many tackles does that take?
And a flag at the end of the play as well. Took 3 to bring him down. And just an outstanding bit of work by Jacob Gay. 5'11", 205. He just bowled his way.
During the run, 5-yard face mask on the defense will be added to the end of the run. Results in first down.
That's exactly what Kennewick is needed, not what, especially with the extra 5, Chiawana needed after just pulling into a 3-all tie. And right now, the Lions are on the move.
So that was about a 30-yard gain on the play. Sets Kennewick into Chiawana territory. Snap that one off, fake the run, and the Riverhawks read that perfectly. A negative play.
Yeah, Gage Williams, big guy at 6'4", 232. And, of course, he had that block punt that eventually led to the 3 points that Chiawana got. But right there makes a big play defensively. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12. And the ball in the Chiawana territory at the 47-yard line.
So the Lions have done a great job of getting into the Riverhawks territory. Now it's about time that they put up some points on the scoreboard. They have the lone field goal. A minute left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Driver will get his team a free 5 yards on the play.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Yeah, there was the encroachment, I think. Getting into that demilitarized zone was Brady Knowlton. So with the count, see the helmet move. Yeah, you're getting over that football, and that brought the flag to the left side, and that means it's on the Chiawana side, and that's the penalty.
It's already the 3rd time. Direct snap QB run, first down and more for Dominic Driver, and again takes a handful of tacklers to bring him down. That's a grown man run right there.
Yeah, how about that? Down to the 26-yard line. Driver got popped at about the 32. As you'll see it here. Boom, and then just in fact, he followed his own tackler. That's who hit him. It was Cooper Larson. So he just followed Larson's lead. Clanked him right in the backside with the hat, with the helmet, and just kept going.
And 2 of the last 3 plays have been explosive plays for the Kennewick Lions. Mentioned ball in the 26th. Snap, hand that one off to Gay. And he'll pick up a couple of yards before being wrapped up by Dodson. See where they spot it. They'll give him 1 yard on the play. As the 3rd quarter comes to a close, Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call. Lions and Riverhawks tied up at 3 on SWX.
Calling all fall fanatics, the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Enjoy the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat, Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or the new Maple Cookie Shake. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good.
Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call here tonight from Lamson Stadium as the Kennewick Lions trying to get the first touchdown of the game as we open up the fourth quarter with the Lions at the Riverhawks 25-yard line. Ball snapped. Driver leaves that one off, in and out of the hands. Looks like that was Cooper Larson, the tight end, unable to corral it. So bring up 3rd and 9. This is a big spot here for both sides. Does Kennewick prolong the drive, or does Chiawana force the Lions into a field goal? So Brody Davis heads to the sideline. Jacob Gay lines up to the right of Driver. 2 receivers out to the right side of the field. Left side completely empty. Direct snap to Driver. He'll take this one up the middle before a handful of tacklers come to meet him. Maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. And that's what they'll give him. So it brings up 4th and 7 from the 23-yard line. And Chiawana now forcing Kennewick into a very interesting spot here.
Yeah, he ran right into Brady Knowlton at 6'2", 300, who just stood him up. Hard couple of yards, 4th and 7 for Kennewick.
So it looks like the Lions will go for this on 4th and 7. We know that the quarterback Driver is also part of the punt team. Driver steps back, looks to his right side, wide open at the 10-yard line. A beautiful catch from Leroy Albus.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 8. That's where he caught the ball, was driven back with the tackle by Jairo Martinez.
So a huge play call on 4th and 7. Now brings up a first down. And we saw the Lions at the 6-yard line. This is the closest they've been since then, trying to get the first touchdown of the game.
Actually, I want to correct, it was Sawyer Somerville that made the tackle.
So that's Jacob Gay lined up behind the quarterback Driver. 2 receivers out wide. Gay will take the snap, hand it off. Touchdown, Lions! Jacob Gay just had a wide open lane up the middle of the field. Cuts to his left side on the fake handoff, and the first touchdown of the game goes to the Lions.
Yeah, Gay with the 8-yard run. Big one here with 10:31 to go. And trying now to make it a 7-point game.
What a play call that was for the Lions. The last 2 plays has now granted them the first touchdown of the game. See if they can connect on the extra point. Low snap, but the ball is drilled through the uprights. And the Lions now up 10-3 with 10.5 left to go in the final quarter.
Well, we expected the defenses to be good, and they have been great. And our first touchdown of the game comes with 10:31 left in regulation time. So it is a 1-score game right now. Still extremely compelling. Great theater for the fans here tonight. Just a perfect football night.
You know, we'll see how Kennewick's defense responds after their offense just went out and got them 7 points, and we'll see how Chiawana's offense responds. We haven't seen what we've been used to seeing from them. It's a team that loves to run the ball, but Kennewick is a team that has just really eliminated the run from their opponents coming into tonight, as we continue to mention, only allowing 44 rushing yards per game, and their rushing attack is still standing tall against an undefeated Chiawana Riverhawks team. that, mind you, has one of the best offenses, if not the best offense statistically in the MCC. So Anthony Mariano will kick this one off for the Lions. And looking to receive it is Angel Colon, number 80. Out there as well as Andre Maher. He's to the right of Colon. The ball is kicked right to Maher, and he'll take this one from about the 12-yard line, run immediately to his left side, has a wide open space, and will pick up this at the 38-yard line, so a 27-yard return on the kickoff.
Yeah, Maher, great return, 5'10", 175, the senior. Found the lane up that left side, and great return to his own 38-yard line. Not a bad place for Chiawana to take over, and right now trailing 10-3.
Just need 13 yards to get into enemy territory now. Quarterback lined up is Emmett Osterdock. He's got Anthony Godino to his right side. Motion from Sisney. We've seen that a couple of times already. Ball snap, fake the run. Heave it up, down the right sideline, caught! Did he stay in bounds is the question, and he did. What a beautiful catch by Angel Colon.
Yeah, Colon, well, a couple of times earlier, wasn't able to come up with it. This time he does. And backpedals, presence of mind, you only need 1 foot in. And let's take a look at this. He's got it. Boom. And well covered, too, but still able to make the catch with the tackle by Caden Pratt.
Nearly a 30-yard catch to open up the drive for the Riverhawks. Puts them at the 35-yard line. Hand that one off to Godino down the right side. Trying to break the tackle. Will instead pick up about 3 yards on the play. We'll see where they spot this.
Yeah, right there. Kennewick had the blitz on, but they were able to knock it down. And still, Godino able to pick up about 3.
That's what they'll give him. 2nd and 7 from the 32-yard line of the Lions. And what a response so far on offense from the Riverhawks, finally getting in their mojo. A couple drop passes, but now they're caught as Godino, quick thinking, cuts to his left side. Picks up a couple of yards on that 2nd down play, but the Lions defense continuing to stand tall against Godino, and they're going to say no gain.
Yeah, he's just lucky to get to the line of scrimmage. The forward progress was stopped by 4.
So 3rd down and 7, and this is arguably one of the biggest plays of the game for Chiawana at Kennewick's 32-yard line with 9 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Sisney in motion. Ball snapped, looking to his right side, down the field, wide open, touchdown, what a play! It's Colon again! And it's 10-9, what a response from the Riverhawks! Take a look at the replay of your screen. Back shoulder catch, and Colon just hauls it in, flexes his muscles. And that was the Colon drive right there. 2 big plays by him to get Chiawana right back into this game.
Well, one good team matches the other. The lead didn't even lasted a couple of minutes. That was it. Not even that.
Maybe a minute and change. And you got like a minute and 32 seconds that lead lasted. What an impressive drive.
Man, that kick plenty good, and we've got a 10-10 game.
So the Lions led for a minute and 32 seconds, and Angel Colon with 2 very impressive catches, 5'11", 165 pounds, the senior just stepping up in the big spot for the Riverhawks.
Kind of like the song, anything you can do, I can do better, with a little bit of style and pizzazz on that drive. So one good team answers the other, and we've got a 10-all game. Look at Affolter down there on the sideline, and he's been down this path before. And things getting real interesting at Lamson Stadium.
Absolutely. And now it's how does Kennewick respond to keep the offensive pace going? We had no touchdowns through the first 3 quarters, and within a minute and 32 of each other, we got 2 touchdowns, and we got a 10-10 game.
Let's kind of go through that, Evan, and you got to remember, a lot of guys, it's Ironman football. A lot of guys going both ways. Conditioning comes in, but you're wearing down a bit. Guys are getting tired at this point of the game. And nobody's offense has spent a lot of time in the field. Defense has been very key. It's been a very telling game. So you imagine there's some tired people, and things are starting to open up right now.
Absolutely. So now Chiawana will kick this off with Morgan Dodson. He's had an excellent boot so far. Looks like that's Carter Bendewald in the back as well for the Kennewick Lions. Dodson to kick this one off, and beautiful kick. Now it'll be Cooper Neer to receive it. Breaks through 1 tackle, muscling his way through 4, and will finally be brought down at Kennewick's own 32-yard line.
First met by Gavin Neve, able to stand him up, but excellent return. Short kick, though, taken at the 14-yard line.
So the Lions quickly back on offense after the Riverhawks just, 5, 6 plays, give or take. A quick drive down the field with Cologne catching 2 big passes. And now we'll see how the Lions respond with 8:49 left to go in the 4th quarter. 10-10 is your score. Both teams 6-0, the 2 best teams in the MCC. Dom Driver, quarterback, leaves that one off for Jacob Gay. He'll pick up a couple of yards here on 1st down.
Able to fight his way up to the 38-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Let's bring up 2nd and 5 from the Lions' 38-yard line. We've seen the run work to perfection a couple of times. We've also seen Kennewick use a couple of their RBs as well to change things up. Gay currently in the backfield, a couple of receivers out to the right side. Ball snap, fake the handoff, toss that one to Leroy Abels, and won't get much on that. Incomplete, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, went right through the hands of Abels. That was a forward pass. It was close to being a sideways pass, which isn't necessarily a forward pass. Comes down in bounds, could have been ruled a live ball, but it was forward in this case.
Just in and out of his hands.
You know, you'll hear guys say lateral. There's no such thing. It's either a forward pass or a backward pass. Rule book doesn't talk about the word lateral. Always a good discussion in officials' courses.
So a similar play design will be a run up the middle of the field. Looks like Driver got enough to at least gain some forward progress and bring up 4th and 3 from the Lions' own 40-yard line.
Yeah, decisions right now. Do you feel good at your own 40-yard line to stay out on the field and run another play, or do you kick?
Well, this is how much do you trust your offense and how much do you trust your defense?
Well, and let's not forget that Driver can quick kick, and he's done it.
He's already done it twice in this game. See, looks like he is going to kick this one. Quick kick. And there for Chiawana is Cooper Sisney, and he'll just let this one head out of bounds. So a nice response from the Riverhawks. They make it a quick 3 and out.
I shouldn't have felt very good running a play at that point with the way the game is going. You've got a 10-10 game. Why chance it? You do the drop back and kick. Your quarterback, Driver, let him kick it out of bounds. Perfect kick. And ball angled out right at the 23-yard line of Chiawana, so they're deep in their own end. Let them see what they can do and trust your defense, which has been excellent.
Yeah, definitely trust the defense. Osterdock, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got Godino to his right, and that one right off to him, cutting to the left side, but immediately met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
This has been such a well-played game, Evan, that there's only been one forced turnover in this game. So this has been pretty much a mistake-free game, a high school game with one turnover. Unforced, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was a pick. And that was in the first quarter, in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's been very disciplined football throughout the game. Godino again on the run, now moves to the right side of the field. Will pick up a couple yards on 2nd and 7. We'll see where they spot this ball, and they'll give him 4-yard gain to make this 3rd and manageable.
Now, I'm not going to throw a shot here, but if the Jets could figure that out, which the letters Jets mean just end the season every year.
We'll see what happens here on 3rd and 3. They've already handed off to Godino twice. Ball snapped. Osterdock looking to the right side of the field. Has a receiver downfield, and that one's caught. Down the right sideline, Sean Raman picks up a huge first down for the Riverhawks.
Absolutely perfect pass. Thrown downfield by the kid Osterdock and just lays it up, and Raman, top Raman, makes the play.
Talk about trusting your receivers, because Raman had a couple of drops on consecutive pass plays, and they're into slight double coverage. What a beautiful ball from Osterdock. And picks up a massive first down, heads into Lions territory. Ball spotted, or ball placed at the 42-yard line. We'll see Dodson in motion. Hand that one off to Sisney. Maybe a couple yards on that first down run.
Yeah, he was able to, forward progress stopped right at the 40-yard line of Kennewick. As the clock right now under 5.5 to go. So just winding down, and pretty good looking drive for Chiawana right here.
Incredible work by the Riverhawks. It was only a matter of time before the offense started to click, and the Lions had done a great job defensively, but a few chunk plays have now put the Riverhawks in an interesting position here on 2nd and 8. It's Godino to the left of Osterdock. Ball snapped. Osterdock looks to his left side. Cologne wide open. Touchdown Riverhawks.
40 yards in the air to find the end zone, and again they hook up with the big play, and Cologne gone.
Wow, wow, wow. Take a look at the replay. Just beats the coverage, and Cologne wide open for the touchdown, and quickly back-to-back drives with a touchdown score after none through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, you had Bradley Parker beaten there, and with 4:51 to go, another score change.
So the Riverhawks with, call it, we'll await this kick, but 13 unanswered at this very moment. Ball snapped, kick is well good. So the Riverhawks 14 unanswered points to take a 17-10 lead over the Lions. And now the Lions, will see how they respond. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, the Lions will be on offense, looking to add 7 to the score. Craig West, Evan Davis, bringing you the call from Lamson Stadium.
Tonight's game is sponsored by your local coastal country lifestyle superstore in Yakima. For family, yard, home, and animals and ranch, Coastal is just what the country needs.
Welcome back to this SWX broadcast. Craig West, Evan Davis bringing you the call, and what the Kennewick Lions need is 7 points because the Riverhawks have just been shot out of a cannon, and with an offense that just looked so lethargic through the first 3.5 quarters, has now scored touchdowns on back-to-back drives thanks to Angel Cologne. And a 40-yard touchdown grab on that last drive has the Riverhawks up 7 with 4:51 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Both teams 6-0, and you can understand why, because these two defenses have still been very elite.
Well, we've seen both teams, the players spend a lot of time on this field. Been a physical game.
Great kick, run up the middle and ahead of steam. What a return on the play for the Lions. There is a flag on the play as well, but it looks like that was Jose Campos who got that return.
And Sisney with the tackle, and the flag's down.
What a play that was right out of the gates. It looks like that might have been a penalty on Chiawana. It was called during the wrap-up tackle. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, and they're going to walk it off Chiawana way. Oh, wait a minute. I'll say, hey, forget about it. We're putting the flag back in the pocket there. And they'll just say, oops.
Take a look at that.
Oops flag.
Yeah, run play on your screen right there.
And he just tried, nothing there. I mean, he was trying to rip the ball out of his hands, isn't he?
I apologize. That was Carter Bendewald on the play, who took that ball to his own 35-yard line. Jacob Gay, the running back, lined up behind Dom Driver. Looks like Chiawana is throwing out a blitz right now. Driver steps back, throws that one down the right side of the field, and that one out of play. The intended target was Brady Matson.
Well, if you're going to chuck it, make sure it's out of bounds. Really didn't have anything there. Good one-on-one coverage. As Gallagher chasing him down the field. Nothing there, so better just to chuck it out. Try it again. 2nd and 10 from the Kennewick 35.
So we'll do it again. No harm, no foul on that play. Jacob Gay continues to line up behind Driver. Driver trying to draw Chiawana off. Ball snapped. Quick slant down the middle. And that one in and out of the hands of Alexander Pursley. So it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think Pursley'd like to have that one back. Too hot to handle, but when it hits you in the hands, you'd like to think you're going to get it, and he just didn't. That one, a steamer coming at him and almost picked off by a guy that sent some big plays in this game, Gage Williams. And his block punt certainly brought Chiawana to life. And you talk about turning the momentum of the game.
Certainly. After that block punt, we saw a couple of touchdowns for the Riverhawks. This is a big play here on 3rd down for the Lions now. Ball snap. Driver immediately looking to his left. Pump faked. Gage Williams there on the sack with Morgan Dodson. And what a huge play on 3rd down. Most certainly going to force the Lions to punt.
Well, now the momentum most certainly has shifted here in this 4th quarter.
So we'll see how they officially rule the stats at the end of the week. But, Gage Williams, he already had 8 TFLs coming into the game. They give him 8.5 on that play. High snap, ball is punted. That one blocked again by Williams. His 2nd blocked punt. We'll see where they spot this ball.
So 2nd block, again, the man that turned the game does it again. And notice how he comes in, he's erect coming up. And the kick, I think, caught him in the leg.
That ball was...
Not sure he got it with his hand. I think he got it with his leg.
Yeah, looks like he got it off the right leg. 2 blocked punts in this game for Gage Williams. One was definitely momentum shifter. This one could very well ice the game for the Riverhawks. Take another look at the replay. Yeah, it goes off his right thigh.
Yeah, it's almost foot to foot.
So Chiawana will take over at Kennewick's 36. Ball snap, hand that one off to the ever so reliable running back, Anthony Godonio. And he has a wide open space. Take that one all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Our player to watch showed why right there. But we have a flag now.
We have a flag on the play. You saw a little bit of hesitancy from the Kennewick Lions, which allowed for Anthony Godino to get a huge head of steam down that left side of the field.
Well, you're getting to that precious time of the game. We got 3.5 to go. And Kennewick
holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So you can really negate that run.
Yeah, that one comes off the board. Take the ball all the way out to the 37-yard line of Kennewick.
So really only a 1-yard loss on the play because it's a spot of the foul. So we'll redo it. 1st and 11 now. And for Chiawana, with 3 minutes and change left to go, this is an opportunity for them to truly ice the game and go up by 2 scores. That's Dodson in motion. Hand that one off to Godino again. Just runs up the middle of the field. Will pick up a couple yards there on 1st down.
Well, you're starting to get to the time where Affolter's got to think about he's got 3 timeouts in his hip pocket, but you're getting to that dangerous time. There's no 2-minute warning. How much of that time do you want to preserve, and how much time are they going to waste right now? They're watching that clock tick. They're looking at the sideline. Okay. Scott Bond says, okay, now. And we've got 10 on the clock.
Yeah, so 2.5 left to go. 2nd and 7 now for the Riverhawks. Dodson in motion as a blocker. Hand that one up the middle to Cooper Sisney. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks ahead of steam, and heads towards the end zone. Touchdown, Riverhawks! Cooper Sisney!
And that'll stand. No flags on the play. And Sisney, nobody touched him from the line of scrimmage into the end zone. Look at this.
Oh, what
one touch. That was it. 1 touch.
And he breaks off Cooper Neer, who's 6'2", 205 pounds. So that's not an easy stiff arm on the play, but Cooper Sisney with a massive touchdown that might have just sealed the deal for Chiawana. And talk about 20 unanswered points at this very moment. Awaiting the kick for 21 unanswered. Kennewick's defense did everything for 3.5 quarters, but this 4th quarter has just been a nightmare for them, and 21 unanswered points for the Riverhawks makes this a 24-10 game with just 2:19 left to go in the 4th quarter.
No, he said at the opening of the broadcast that all roads, if you're going to win the MCC, go right through Pasco, right through Chiawana High. And what a 4th quarter. And they did it in different ways, but no matter what, 2 huge plays tonight by Gage Williams.
Yeah, Gage Williams, 2 momentum shifters, and it both came via the blocked punt.
Yeah, and the first one was you're down 3-0 when he makes that play. And they end up putting points up, game's turned ever since that one.
Yeah, that was a huge momentum shift as well, as you mentioned, because, you know, maybe they could have gotten into field goal range, but because of the blocked punt, all you needed to do was just not turn the ball over, and you were in field goal range.
Yeah, and that was early in the second half, you know, where they'd sputtered in the first half, and good teams, sometimes to get your team going, you've got to have the defense make the big play, not necessarily the offense. And eventually in that 4th quarter, the offense certainly has come to life.
And I said during the halftime break, you would be hard-pressed to find a team to score 20 points in this game, and Well, the Chiawana Riverhawks have done just that. They've put up 21 just in this quarter.
Now, this has been a physical game. There's no question about it. A lot of guys that go both ways and have paid a price in this game. So the kick, Morgan Dodson, he's had a big game here today. Not only with his leg, but as well defensively has had a big game, thrown some big blocks too on offense.
Absolutely. Dodson will boot this one. Picking that one up is Bendewald. He's got some open room, but what a tackle from Cooper Sisney. And I just got to ask myself, and maybe ask you, what can't he do?
Yeah, Sisney's had, there's been a lot of guys have big games here in this second half, and Sisney is another one that has kicked it into another gear with 2:14 to go. And the Lions kind of have a couple of quick strikes. They still have those 3 timeouts in that back pocket if they need it, if they so desire. Game strike a couple of, get a quick one.
They got to get a couple of chunk plays, explosive plays here on offense. 2:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like that's Bendewald in the backfield. Driver will quickly throw that one to his receiver, Brady Matson, and they'll run a quick offense, try to preserve the timeouts as much as they can with 2:06 left to go here.
Yeah, it'll stop to move the chains, then they'll wind the clock quickly right now.
Driver again, shotgun snap, throws that one up down the left side of the field. And did he get the catch? Yes, he did.
And he got out of bounds, I believe, as well. So that stops the clock. Perfect clock management.
And that's Alexander Pursley.
Now, apparently he didn't get out of bounds. So they've started the clock, waited to move the chains.
Driver, quick snap, nearly picked off. Wow, that was a quick throw in and out of the hands of the Chiawana DB, Cole Gallagher. That could have been a dagger. The intended target was Pursley again. Kennewick into Chiawana territory at the 48-yard line, 2nd and 10, 1:50 left to go. Driver trying to drive his team down the field and try to get this ball back as well as quickly as possible. Down 2 scores. Driver, quick snap down the middle, and that one just goes in and out of the hands as well of Gavin Naif.
And the pass was intended for Brody Davis. Davis cuts over the middle and couldn't come up with it, nearly picked off. But Neef couldn't hang on.
Brady Matson, the intended target. Abel's coming onto the field. See how Kennewick draws this up on 3rd and 10. This is obviously 4-down territory for them. 3 receivers to the right side of Driver. Shotgun snap, Driver looking down the middle again. He's got his man Matson, and he's got a first down. 1:40 now left to go. The clock stops to move the chains, but then it will continue.
Yeah, Kennewick hurries up the lineup, not going to waste any time.
Driver shotgun, right side again. Quick throw, quick catch from Brody Davis. And he'll just be short of a first down, it looks like. And Kennewick will now use the first of 3 timeouts.
Timeout, Kennewick. This is their first team timeout for the second half.
So 2nd down and 2 for the Lions, taking their first timeout, as we had mentioned. And they've gotten quick plays off. Driver getting quick slants. His receivers catching them. He's gotten bailed out twice. 2 dropped interceptions from the Riverhawks defense.
A really good clock management by the Lions and trying to find a way with under 90 seconds to go, 87 to be exact, and look for a quick strike. Get that first down first. 2 yards to go. Ball's at the 28-yard line of Chiawana. But They'll need to do something quickly here and get the ball back with an onside kick. Not one of those NFL onside kicks.
Yeah.
Whatever that is anymore.
Yeah. So Jacob Gay lined up behind Driver in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. He's got Matson to his right. Matson motioning over now into the slot. Driver drops back. Tipped pass. And that'll just be incomplete on second down. So we'll bring up 3rd and short. Ball on the 28-yard line. Riverhawks defense is doing their thing.
Yeah, smart Cole Hultgren sees that live ball, and there it's deflected at the line of scrimmage and waved incomplete.
So 3rd down and 2. Minute 22 left to go. The Lions still have 2 of their 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Jacob Gay, the running back. Receivers out wide. Driver looks to his right immediately, and that ball is batted out of the air.
And guess who again? Gage Williams.
Yeah, Gage Williams has had one heck of a game, and Brody Davis there just a little shaken up on the play, but just an incredible day so far for number 15.
Be a good front volleyball spiker right there. Give you that slam dunk over the net.
So 4th and 2. This is the game for both sides. Can Kennewick keep the drive going, or does Chiawana line up in victory formation? Jacob Gay lined up behind Driver. Driver trying to get this team to go off sides. Fake the snap. Miscommunication. And that'll do it, it looks like. Chiawana with an incredible 4th quarter comeback. Down 10-3, 21 unanswered points. And they'll seemingly win this game 24-10.
Yeah, Chiawana did not recover the ball. Didn't matter. It was 4th down once that ball was knocked loose, and that's it. Chiawana will just run the timeout, and what a second half. But it was the defense that really spurred it. You guys are be giving out game balls tonight, and I'll tell you what, you've got some tough choices. And in this game, for me, it's Gage Williams, how he turned the game.
Yeah, I was going to say Gage Williams, Angel Cologne, those two might be co-player of the games, but Gage Williams really got this offense going, and getting the offense going yet again is Anthony Godino with a 1st down run up the middle of the seam. And that'll stop the clock to move the chains with a minute now left to go in this game. And you feel for the Kennewick Lions because they did everything through the first 3.5 quarters of this game. Unfortunately, just unable to put together a full 60 minutes of football. And credit to Chiawana and their coaching staff. They really adjusted well, and this 4th quarter especially is when you saw their brand of offense.
Well, with 10.5 to go, they had a 10-7 lead. So how quickly things can change.
And then they had the 2 straight drives that resulted in a touchdown from Cologne. There'll be a flag on the play here. So Chiawana will move to 7-0 on the season. Kennewick drops to 6-1. But still,
illegal formation.
Impressive.
That penalty is declined.
So be illegal formation on the victory formation. Stop the clock with 31 seconds left to go. They'll continue to run the clock out here now. The game clock just 4 seconds behind.
They'll need to run a play, and we'll be shaking hands.
And just one more play Gage Williams needs to run. And that'll do it. Chiawana, just an impressive 4th quarter display to win this game 24-10 on the road. And it feels like they stole one from the Kennewick Lions, who did everything in the first half. They just couldn't put points on the board. And when you can't put points on the board against Chiawana, it'll eventually come back to bite you.
I wouldn't use the term stole. It was more the E.F. Hutton way, and they earned it. And they definitely did in that second half. And again, it took a block punt to turn the game, and it really did. And you look to your defense, sometimes it's not a big pass, it's not anything. It was a simple block punt that turned the game. and 3 huge defensive plays in that second half by Williams. Really helped control, take the game.
Well, we said that this game would be won in the trenches, and it felt like it was. The 2 blocked punts, Anthony Godino running the ball for the Riverhawks. We saw Cooper Sisney with the dagger rushing touchdown. And how about Angel Colon? 2 receiving TDs, had that big catch on 3rd down that got the Riverhawks into another touchdown, and just an incredible display of high school football in the MCC.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody's shaking hands. Tough loss for the Lions, but tell you what, they put on a great show, and I don't think anybody thought this was going to be a 3-0 game.
No, it certainly wasn't going to be that. And to your point for the Lions, you can always take away some good positives in a loss. And you look at the Lions running defense for a majority of this game was absolutely stellar as the fireworks go off Friday night. Fireworks, it's been a great one here tonight. For our executive producer, Matt Funk, Victor Vargas working in our production booth as well, and the rest of our amazing crew, Craig West, Evan Davis with you. Friday night football concludes with the Chiawana Riverhawks beating the Kennewick Lions 24-10 on SWX. Be with us next week, please, on October 24th at 7 p.m. Davis taking on Eisenhower. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a great one with you. Overtime starts at 11:15 p.m.